The following program contains frank and explicit language.
How is it that the American Negro, who for so long has been a second-class citizen in the United States...
Still is, I'm sorry.
How is it that he's contributed so much to American culture?
Well...
Music, dance, everything you can think
Well,
of.
I have to be very modest about that. So I would say the Africans and the American Negroes have turned out to be an extraordinarily gifted people. The great tragedy is that by not making us full-class citizens as yet in America, they may be losing... I don't know how much yet. And to come back, I would say that unquestionably, I am an American, born there. My father slaved there. Upon the backs of my people was developed the primary wealth of America, the primary wealth. You have to have accumulated wealth to start, to build. You did it another way here in Australia. You had to build your accumulated wealth too. You just came and took it, what I mean? And that's what they did in most of the countries. That's what you Europeans did. You just took it. We got to catch up with you a little bit. So in America, there's a lot of America that belongs to me yet, you understand? I'm an Afro-American, and I don't use the word American ever loosely again.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some do stealing. Everyone's got to make a living.
I would not be a white American. All the tea in China, all the oil in Texas. I really wouldn't like to have to live with all those lies. This is what is irreducible and awful. You the English, you the French, you the West, you the Christians. You can't help but feel that there is something that you can do for me. That you can save me. And you don't yet know. But I have endured your salvation so long. I cannot afford it anymore. Not another moment of your salvation. And that I can save you. I know something about you. I know something about you. You don't know anything about me. Do it again.
Our main influence was the Goodfoot. James Brown doesn't even know the effect that his music and style of dance had on people in the Bronx.
Jamaicans have one beat. It's just the day, not James Brown.
Okay.
Right?
In my opinion, when in a b-boy battle, it should be James Brown. They really say to keep it with the James Brown break.
James Brown and those James Brown albums. There's something about that. Though when I would play those, the horn sections, the beats, the energy was coming from so many different directions. And then you have a person like the Godfather Soul James Brown just shouting energy along with these musicians that are off the chain. And there's something that grabs you.
James Brown's the first MC for us. The first B-boy as well.
Hey, wait a minute. No, hip-hop didn't come from Jamaica. And if you ask me, no. Hip-hop came from the South. Came out of the funk. James Brown, out of Georgia, and a host of others. You can't convince me that hip-hop came from Jamaica or the Caribbean. I mean, they had their own style, their own swag, but that programming of music was not here on radio, on television. Funk in the South, and those are foundational Black Americans. Go ahead, sir.
I would agree 100% with that. He made rap music, the rhyming, all of the rhyming, all of that. What we used to do is take the turntable and go through our mothers and fathers' old records.
I found my mom's records.
And we used to find nothing but James Brown records in the collection.
Favorites, no question, other than James Brown.
There would be no hip-hop without James Brown. You know, because James Brown is the foundation of that groove, of that energy, of the cadence, of the style, of the melody, of the chorus, of the sing-along choruses. Everything that we do comes out of that energy. So, I mean, James Brown, every time you hear hip-hop, you hear James Brown.
James Brown, for me, is, you know, modern freestyle dance and hip-hop culture in general, like, rests on his shoulders, you know, maybe other than writing. But without him, I don't think any of this happens. And he's not from New York, right? He's from Georgia.
I was dancing my whole life. I was a little kid. I used to dance. Old ladies would give me quarters doing the James Brown, you know. Like I was about 5 years old. They would give me quarters to James Brown.
No one's more important to, in my opinion, to black and soul music than James Brown. I think any musician will tell you that. And he never moved to the North. He was always from the South. He traveled the world, but he's from the South. So, and James Brown to me is, there are many, maybe there's many mothers to hip hop culture, but there's like one father, and it's James Brown. That's how it came from the South. So recognize.
I was trying to think about what would be, I guess, synonymous with a cool hurt party. It would have to be James Brown. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. It wasn't a cool hurt party. Without very party. Exactly.
Started out with leave Brown, James Brown, clap your hands, stomp your feet. Our part right there, when the break, boom, I had to come in with bongo rock.
The first incarnation of the incredible bongo band was Ed Green, Wilton Felder, Joe Sample, David T. Walker, Bobby Hall, and Dean Parks, all Americans.
Still no vocals in it, then I would go into Baby Huey.
But again.
Out the sky, and you was there. It just fell out the sky, and you was this predecessor stuff, bro. What's wrong with the predecessor? You gotta understand. That ain't what we said. That ain't what we said. We said that it came from somewhere, and they came around us. Can I say something real quick? Dr. Cologne said no one went to the floor before 75. Now,
74, 75. That's
now
what I said.
that excludes James Brown. That excludes.
We're talking about breaking.
Hey, hold it. That excludes. Hold on. That excludes James Brown. That excludes the Berry brothers, the Nicholas
You know what
brothers.
I'm talking about,
That
bro.
excludes.
We're
Hold
talking about the six step, the breaking.
Hold on, Dr. Cologne. I'm not finished yet. That excludes the brothers out on the West Coast with Poppin' and Lockin', and that's Don Campbell Lock and Boogaloo.
Doing the Soul Train line, got you.
Yeah. Soul Train was on television. Soul Train was on television.
Talking about.
Soul Train was on television.
The Electric Boogaloos and the Lockers were the ones who were on Soul Train.
Right.
And we on the East Coast used to watch Soul Train.
No one went to the floor before 1975.
They went to the floor. They did rock. I'm talking about B-boys staying on the floor.
They stayed on the floor.
Here's the thing, though, right? So y'all created
stayed on the floor. You want me to show you a video of people staying on the floor?
Bro,
yeah, before 1975? Yeah.
Put it on. Here's the thing, right? Even if you...
A few moments later.
Come back to it at a later date, okay? But thanks for
He's gonna play that video. He's gonna play the video. Don't leave, Cologne. He's gonna play the video. It'll be like 5 minutes. He said he's gonna play the video of them dropping to the floor and staying on the floor.
I just watched this video too.
Yeah, that's drop. Called drop. They didn't stay on the floor.
Jumped over each other. That was called breakdance, but it was tap dancing. So they called it tap because they had a tap shoes. They didn't have no tap shoes.
They didn't stay on the floor. That's
Wait.
Floor, they didn't stay.
Let them finish.
He ain't proved it now.
Let them finish.
No, you gotta watch this.
I'm watching it. I watch it, bro. I do this. I know this.
No, you haven't watched this.
Why are you talking over it?
This, bro.
Why are you talking over it? Just let it play, bro.
So I didn't know how to tap. So I took that dance and made it one. Made it one.
That's B-boy.
Man, that would be the.
Just watch it.
I'm watching. I see it. Yeah, they're dropping to the floor.
Since he wanna talk shit,
He's still on the floor. He ain't get up yet.
Yeah. We're talking about specific moves, bro.
Yeah, look at the moves he's doing.
I understand that.
You ain't seen none of those moves in breakdancing.
What?
You haven't seen none of those moves he did in breakdancing.
The moves he's doing?
Exactly, yes.
What are you talking about? Frosty Freeze was doing those moves. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is before Frosty.
You told on yourself, bro. You just thought on yourself.
You just said you didn't.
So now, is that not the predecessor?
No.
You just said Frosty
Okay,
Freeze.
so we don't get nowhere, y'all. We ain't gonna get nowhere here. You're gonna disagree with the professor. This is where you're gonna have disagreement right there, because you got a group of people looking at that, and it's looking real close to what gets done later on.
Let me say something fucked up. I got it right. What I'm saying is, there is an essence to b-boying.
What do you mean by that?
Flashback.
There's an essence to b-boying. I like what Ken Swift said. He said, there's always been people that have been on the top and made a move and go down to the floor and then come back up. Sammy Davis did that. James, there's a lot of people that did that. Tap dancers did that. But there's something about b-boying that keeps you on the floor. And so the dance is really meant to be viewed on the floor.
I don't know who did it. Eventually, somebody went down and stayed down.
I think the two best examples for me, and I can only speak for me, that showed the real essence of what b-boying looked like in the early days, but then even in the progression. I picked two people. If I was going to pick anybody, and I like these dudes, that, you know, these brothers to chime in, but I picked Frosty Freeze.
What the fuck? What? You ever seen none of those moves he did to break that?
The moves he's doing?
Exactly, yes.
What are you talking about? Frosty Freeze was doing those moves. What are you talking about?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, this is before Frosty. Thought on yourself, bro. You just thought on yourself.
You just said you didn't.
So now, is that not the predecessor?
No.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I picked Frosty Freeze.
So you're a liar.
I've never lied.
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up. No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
But wait, it gets worse.
And I picked Kenny. But I don't think that I've seen anybody who epitomizes that more than Kenny. That's just my opinion, right?
What do you mean by that?
Do it again.
Survey says,
get the fuck out of here.
But wait, it gets worse.
In that movie, Wild Style, you don't see any black b-boys b-boying, breaking. It's the Puerto Rican b-boys that are breaking. You do see black kids, they're boogieing. They're doing electric boogie. They're doing certain kinds of routines, but it's the Puerto Ricans, primarily really in the Dixie, who you see on the floor is really Ken Swift.
What do you mean by that?
They show a lot of Ken Swift. So if my memory is correct, you see the Puerto Rican people.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
My mother's born in Puerto Rico. My father's born in the United States. My father's white. My mother's Puerto Rican. My mother's family's from Cuba.
What the fuck?
My mother's family's from Cuba. My father's born in the United States. My father's white. I got a mix. I don't claim anything because I just claim New York.
Tú. Había subido la mano y con triple paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y a veces la vende paellera. ¡Asómate! ¡Mira dónde llega el agua! Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante. Había subido la marea. ¡Jesús! ¡Hay que hacer ahora! Con los dos sacos de arroz. ¡Ay! ¡Llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo paella! But wait, it gets worse.
Disco King Mario, black and Puerto Rican.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
B-boying on the floor didn't come out to like maybe the ending of 74, 75, when people actually started going down and breaking on the floor.
Dr. Cologne said, no one went to the floor 74, 75. Now,
74, 75. That's
now
all I'm saying.
that you want me to show you a video of people playing on the floor? Yeah, before 1975.
Yeah. Put it on.
Right? Oh, you can if you.
Listen to me. Hear what I say. The rank is okay.
There's an essence to B-boy.
Survey says,
Get the fuck out of here.
But wait, it gets worse. One thing that everybody knows about me, including especially the Rockwells, I never lied to any Rockwell. I never lied. Okay? I never told a lie to promote myself. I never said a lie to bear false witness on my brother or mother or anybody.
What do you mean by that?
Puerto Ricans, I can confidently say were the first ones to go down on the floor. What the fuck? Batch was one of the first ones to go down on the floor.
Flashback.
So the first person that I saw going down was an African American.
Puerto Ricans, I can confidently say were the first ones to go down on the floor.
Known as Little T.T. Rock.
T.T. Rock.
Troy Rowan in 1975.
I never lied.
So you're a liar.
Survey says,
Paulie. Get the fuck out of here.
But wait, it gets worse.
JoJo and those guys started in 74, but you know, JoJo started earlier than a lot of those guys because of the influence, because he learned b-boying from you know a lot of the brothers.
The first time I seen breaking period was at 82, and it was from a kid named Mark who lived in my building, a black kid named Mark that lived in my building.
What do you mean by that?
When I met Mark, we was in 82 schoolyard, and I already knew him, and he was dancing. I seen him breaking, and I was like startled when I see like, whoa, what the fuck is he doing? You know, what is he doing? You know, wow. And he got up, and I said, I like that. That's nice. And he said, can you get down? I said, yeah, I can get down. He said, let me see. So JoJo did the steps, and he looked at me like, that's not getting down. This is getting down. And he went down, and when I seen it, I was like, again.
But wait, it gets worse.
Now, and I'm just talking about the 70s. I'm not talking about the videos that we see in the 30s. I'm talking about the 70s. So now, when we hear people like, you know, they'll put up people like Ken Swift, or they'll put up people like Mr. Wiggles who'll say, you know, the first B-boys I saw were black. Notice what they're not saying. They're not saying the first B-boys to do it were black. They're saying the first B-boys I saw were black, and that's just because of the neighborhood they lived in. The first B-boy I saw in 75 was African American.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important.
But that didn't mean that the African Americans created the dance. We don't know who created the dance. So when we talk about hip hop, we have to start there. We don't know who created it. Nobody can claim.
Flashback.
There are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Excuse me, but is this an unknown unknown? I'm not several unknowns, and I'm just
I'm
wondering.
not
This is an
going. I'm
unknown
not going to
unknown.
say which it is.
End of flashback.
And of course, make no mistake, African Americans invented what we come to be known as b-boying, but Puerto Ricans were definitely in the mix while the invention was happening. They were right there with them. They were with each other.
Little T.T. Rock had some type of a psychological complex why he couldn't hang out with his own people, but he likes hanging out with Boricuas.
Okay, there wasn't this separation. We lived among each other. So what we saw one do, we did. It was what was hot. It was what was out there.
I say it was together. In that movie Wild Style, you don't see any black b-boys b-boying, break it. It's the Puerto Rican b-boys that are breaking. But there are people that want to try and separate and say, but no, the original b-boys were black b-boys.
Flashback.
The first b-boys, the original b-boys were black. Okay. They weren't Spanish. So Trixie, Sasa, Clark Kent, the Nigga Twins, they were all black. Yeah. They were Kool Herc's Herculoids. Herculoids, yeah. And those were the original b-boys.
End of flashback.
And then the Puerto Ricans learned from them. My question is always, but how do we know that the original b-boys were black? Now, I don't know that we can say.
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who was first?
I don't know. Third base.
So Bronx could hit you with a clipper. Gas face giving, I beg to differ. Black hat is bad luck. Bad guys with black. Must have been a white guy who started all that. Make the gas face. For those little white lies. My expression to the mountain is blue eyes dip on my face. And shake my skull cap. Dismiss the myth that evil is not black but opposite spectrum. This done by red man with horns on his head. Lay down the ill plan, got all his helpers. Said make it snappy. Tell all the people that their hair can't be nappy. Blood and blue eyed, a dark skin half a G. A disease created by leprosy. Don't speak of bleach, bend them to right. Say it was night wave.
And I've also heard that Beaver also taught some of the Puerto Ricans.
You couldn't find nobody better than Beaver until Spy came along and blasted him with track 2 and the brothers.
Many months later.
Shout out to Beaver, who was my biggest influence back in the 70s. He used to get down around my block. He used to play ball in the PAL. He's like the biggest name I ever heard of. I'll be honest, I never heard of like Spy and Cat.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You couldn't find nobody better than Beaver until Spy came along and blasted him with track 2 and the brothers.
I'll be honest, I never heard of like Spy and Cat.
So you're a liar.
Everybody's saying you don't have any receipts. You're in denial now. That was a bombshell. You got robbed. It's amazing that they keep this stuff up and they say it with a straight face. The recent live that was done with Batch. Let me restate. Batch said what he said. I don't agree with what he said, but he said it on my platform. If I'm honest, when he made that first statement, it was definitely a gut punch. I'm not removing the video. I'm not going to edit the video. I'm going to leave it up. And people are going to make their own judgments.
That was a little heavy. Stuff done. A special appearance by KMD's Sam Love.
I'm not removing the video.
You're a liar.
I'm sorry, guys. My internet went back out.
Please let me speak.
Yeah,
go ahead. Black Americans were enslaved in this country for nearly 300 years. We were hung. There's many books, there's many records of this, okay? This is well documented. This
What
is
does
not
that
a
have to
fake.
do with hip hop?
Listen to me. Let me finish. Let me finish. No.
Hang on. Everybody, hang on. No, hang on. Hey, come on. Hey, yo,
you're upset when intelligence speaks. You're upset when intelligence speaks. Now let me finish. No. We talk about everything. Everything is connected. Everything is connected.
It is not connected.
Yes, it is connected. You get the fuck out of here. You get the heck out of here.
Get out of here.
You're not Dr. Cologne in the doctor. No, you cannot say something. Let me finish this right now.
Love, hang on. No, love, hang on. No, hang on.
Stop that.
Let Dr. Derek Cologne, hang on. So.
Yeah, no, because this is all connected. See,
it's not connected.
No, it is connected, bro.
What are you talking about?
That shows me that you are not a true scholar.
It's about hip hop.
No, brother. Doctor, let me tell you something, doctor. Do yourself a favor. Don't ever get on an intellectual cannabis. You'll get eaten to death. Now listen, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to hip hop. Let me explain.
Don't try to take hip hop to the
I know. We're going to explain. See what happens. You're upset now because you know. You're all upset. Yo, be a scholar. Keep your mind calm. Keep your mind calm. You're upset.
You just don't
let me finish. No. I'm trying to make a point.
Your
guy
point
made a point.
Is you're trying to take hip hop.
No. I'm making a point. No, I'm making a point. Puerto Ricans is saying that blacks and Puerto Ricans were always together. We had this magnificent relationship.
We wasn't.
In the Bronx in the 70s, absolutely.
Before it was fighting. Ricans, TBBs is not how to fight, especially in 121. After the jam, niggas just like, yo, bottles of beers, sticks, whatever, you know? I mean, so.
No, we did. Brother, can I say something to you? Can I say something to you? You're a fucking liar because I was born in the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx. You are a liar.
He's from Soundview.
Brother, you are a liar.
You're a liar.
Like, man, hey, don't let them tell y'all that they created nothing. The whole New York culture is a cosplay of Black American culture. That's what it is. All those immigrants come here and they throw away their culture, they throw away their heritage, and then they start cosplaying us. That's all that's about.
At a certain point in my life, I was a 5%er.
What the fuck?
Hold up right there. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being a voice, with all respect, to my Puerto Rican people and culture. Puerto Ricans didn't start hip hop at all. my African American brothers created hip hop.